The Library of Alexandria was one of the most famous libraries in the ancient world. Located in the Egyptian city of Alexandria, it was founded in the 3rd century BC and served as a center of learning and scholarship for centuries. The library was home to thousands of scrolls, manuscripts, and books, and was considered one of the most significant repositories of knowledge in the ancient world. The Great Library of Alexandria was a massive library that was part of a research institute known as the Museum in Alexandria, Egypt. The library is shrouded in mystery, from its founding to its destruction and everything in between. It was the single greatest accumulation of human knowledge in history, likely established under Ptolemy II Philadelphus in the 3rd century BCE. At the time, written material came mostly in the form of papyrus scrolls because paper, as we know it, was not invented for another 4 centuries. The exact number of materials housed in the library is unknown, but sources report there were anywhere from 40,000 to 400,000 papyrus scrolls at the height of the library's popularity. The library was so large, a daughter branch opened in the Temple of Serapis nearby. As the library grew, so did Alexandria's reputation as a city of academics and scholars. Many important works came from the scholars at the library. Callimachus created the first library catalogue ever. Eratosthenes of Cyrene calculated the circumference of the Earth with astounding accuracy. And many Greek and Roman works and texts used by scholars today were produced at Alexandria. Despite all this, the library is most famous, or rather infamous, for its burning. Throughout its near 1,000-year history, the library was burned multiple times. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria is one of the most significant events in the history of Western civilization. Despite its importance, there is still much debate about how and why the library was destroyed. The first question that arises is whether the library actually existed. There is no doubt that the Library of Alexandria was a real place, and it was one of the most famous and significant libraries in the ancient world. However, scholars disagree about the size and scope of the library, and estimates of the number of scrolls and books it contained vary widely. The library was destroyed several times over the centuries, but the most famous and significant destruction occurred in the 3rd century AD. The events surrounding this destruction are shrouded in mystery, and historians continue to debate the exact circumstances of the library's demise. One popular theory is that the library was destroyed by Julius Caesar during his conquest of Egypt in 48 BC. According to this theory, Caesar accidentally set fire to the library while attempting to seize control of the city. However, there is little evidence to support this theory, and many scholars believe that the library continued to exist for centuries after Caesar's conquest. Another theory is that the library was destroyed by Christian mobs during the 4th century AD. This theory suggests that the Christian mobs, incited by their leaders, set fire to the library in an attempt to stamp out pagan learning and knowledge. While there is some evidence to support this theory, it remains controversial and is the subject of much debate among scholars. Yet another theory suggests that the library was destroyed during the Arab conquest of Egypt in the 7th century AD. According to this theory, the Arab army, led by the general Amr ibn al-As, burned the library to the ground in an attempt to eradicate pagan knowledge and culture. While there is some evidence to support this theory, it is also the subject of much debate among scholars. Despite the mystery surrounding the exact circumstances of the library's destruction, There is no doubt that its loss was a significant blow to the world's intellectual and cultural heritage. The Library of Alexandria was home to countless works of literature, philosophy, and science, and its destruction represented the loss of centuries of accumulated knowledge and wisdom. Today, there are only a few remnants of the Library of Alexandria left. Archaeologists have uncovered several small fragments of papyrus that once belonged to the library, and there are a few surviving buildings and artifacts that are believed to be associated with the library. However, the vast majority of the library's contents have been lost forever. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria had a profound impact on the history of Western civilization. The loss of so much knowledge and wisdom represented a setback for human progress and culture, and it took centuries for Western civilization to recover from this loss. In conclusion, the burning of the Library of Alexandria is one of the most significant events in the history of Western civilization. The destruction of this great library represented the loss of centuries of accumulated knowledge and wisdom, and its impact can still be felt today. Despite the mystery surrounding its destruction, the legacy of the Library of Alexandria continues to inspire scholars and intellectuals around the world, and its memory serves as a reminder of the fragility of human knowledge and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. What are your thoughts on the burning of the Library of Alexandria, arguably one of the world's most well-known libraries? Do you believe any of the theories of who burned the library? Or do you believe all are true and all three events played a part in the destruction of the library? Comment down below if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and more videos on historical events. Subscribe and watch my previous video on the Ball of the Burning Man.